Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I hope that you are listening. Okay, so are you listening? You can send message to me, written message. Aksa, Farooq, Mahnur, Hamza, all of you can send me a message that you can hear me. Okay, so let's start today's session, Zoom meeting. Yes, thank you, Mahnur. Today we are going to discuss something about the IELTS. I hope that already you have listened uh, my lectures on your system, and you are well aware of all of these procedures. The main thing which I want to discuss in this session is that how we can get the higher bands. Okay, now you know the techniques, you know the format in detail, and you know that how much time do you have for one question, and so many other things related to each module. But the more important thing is to get into the test. The main idea is to indulge yourself in this practice session so that afterwards you can get benefit out of it. It is a recorded session. You can go to your LMS and on our Facebook page, and you will get it over there. Okay, so as far as the test is concerned, now the British Council has started computer-based test as well. Taking the appointment is very easy now. You can get appointment in days, but before that the time was limited, the slot were limited, so it was like this, that only 4 or maybe 3 slots in a whole month. So now it's changing. The computer based test is more frequent, so you can get your date very easily. Even our office is also here to help you in reserving your seat in British Council and Education Office if you want to appear in the IELTS test over there. Okay, so we are here to help you. Also, if you guys want to have a mock test of speaking, yes, we will be available. I'm available, and you can take an appointment, and we will go for it, and we will go for the speaking test module. Okay, so it would be a mock test. Immediately after the evaluation, I'll give you the ballpark of your band. Okay, so that means that how much band you can get in the IELTS test, so and how you can improve it. So I will also highlight your mistakes in speaking test. This is our last module, and the lecture is there on LMS. You can watch that lecture, and you can get the format and other related details. Okay, now how we can improve ourselves within a limited span of time, because we don't have so much time for the IELTS test preparation. Just confine yourselves to 1 month or 2 months, or maximum at 3 months, not more than that. So in that short span of time, how we can improve our English, our language, this is the most important thing. So we can do two major things. One is to make yourself habitual with this language. Try to talk in English. Try to listen into English. Try to read more English, and try to grab the meaning of whatever you are listening and reading in the English test. Okay, so this is how we can improve ourselves. Now, the first thing is that you start watching a BBC News. Okay, try to read the tickers, although those tickers are, because the space is limited, so they probably use some abbreviations over there. But don't worry about the abbreviations. You can just concentrate on the words and the words and the phrases which they are using. Okay. Secondly, the accent of the newscaster is very important, because they are all talking in the British accent. This IELTS test is basically related to the Britain, so the accent would be preferably be a British accent. Okay. So there are some differences between the accent, American accent and the British accent. You should concentrate on the British accent. For this, you will find so many videos on YouTube where you can distinguish between the accents and of the same word. For example, I have given so many examples in our recorded video lectures, but you should concentrate on the British accent because they will consider it as is incorrect if you are using an American accent. I'm talking about the speaking test. So when you are listening to good English, you will easily understand the meaning first. Then, which will, when you will start to start with the BBC News, you will get, I think, the 50% of the total conversations. But after that, when you will become habitual of it, you will start to get more meanings. For example, it will go for from 50 to 60, 70, and 80. Then 90% you will start to get. And if you go along with it for more span of time, you will get 100% meaning of whatever they are talking about. So this is one way. Second way is that do not try to memorize word meanings, for an instance. Okay, word meaning is not a good thing. Why? Because you will forget them easily. Try to use new words. Using a new word is more, important as compared to just memorizing the meaning. So the word meaning, when we were very young and we were studying in the school, those things were okay for that point of view. But for now, try to use those English words and then relate them with the prefixes and try to get the meanings. Okay. So this is how you can start learning new words. Okay, so try to increase your vocabulary and the common concepts. For example, common concepts means the meaning structures of some common words. For example, if you are feeling pain in your head, so pain is one thing. You can use headache. Yes, I have a headache. Or you are uncomfortable physically. So these synonymous words will help you in showing yourself that you have a variety of words. So increase it as much as you can. Okay, so belly is your part of body. So belly is one, abdomen is another. If you have a abdominal issue, you can use a gastric issue. For example, your stomach has issue, like this. Okay, so try to use a variety of words for the same meaning. As far as I told you about the nouns and the verbs, nouns are acceptable if you are using the same noun, because you cannot change nouns. For example, Pakistan will remain Pakistan, but you can use my country. You can use Asia, for instance, if the geographical location is in concern. But the noun Pakistan will remain Pakistan. Okay, so we cannot change it. But for verbs, yes, we can change. You can use your phrases in that way that it will become different from each other, but with the same meaning. For example, if you have a phrase in the active voice, you can convert into passive voice. In the written module, I told you about it, that when they are giving you some topic for essay writing, the topic is in one phrase. So if you rephrase the title of the essay in the first paragraph of the essay writing, that will become a very good impact. Okay, so if it is an active voice, you can convert into a passive voice. This is the tip. Okay, so you know how to change active into passive and passive into active voice. So if you change it into passive voice, that will serve the purpose. Okay, and you will get higher marks. Okay, then start with the body. Try to start the body part of the essay with some uh, broader ideas, and then converge them into a specific topic. Okay, so this is how we can write a body part, and the last part should be conclusive part, in which whatever you have discussed in the body and whatever has given in the title, you can conclude all of these facts and figures and arguments into the conclusive part, and then just give a result. It's not necessary that you should go in the favor or against the topic. You can just keep it open, for example. or you can say that, okay, time will decide that whatever is wrong or whatever is correct. Okay, like this. So they are not concerned with their views. Your views are not important, but your English is important. So they will consider your English. Okay, so the variety of words is very important. Now the third tip, which is very important. Let me add one more student. Okay, so for instance, if we are talking about the written test, the variety of word is one thing. The third tip for today is using the connecting words. Okay, I've already discussed it multiple times that we should use connecting words. Okay, let me give you an example. What is the difference between the connecting word and the complex statement and the simple statements? Let me tell you something about it. Today is a hot day, full stop. It is very difficult to move out, second sentence and full stop. This is expression that summer is about to start, the days are getting hot, and we are feeling difficulty in moving uh, abroad. Okay, okay, so this is what actually we are looking for, that today is the hot day and it is difficult to go out for hangout. Okay, but we explain it in two simple sentences. These simple sentences are okay. Okay, there is no harm in it, but the expression will become better if you use a connecting word. For example, let me translate these simple sentences into a complex statement. It is very difficult for us to hang out because today is a hot day. Now you are saying the same thing, but in a different way. The word because is connecting these two simple sentences together and make a complex statement. So this is how we can change a simple statement into a complex statement by using the connecting words, right? So the connecting word is very important. Like for example, because, due to, perhaps, although, these kind of words are using as a connecting words. So you can use these connecting words and then you can make your simple statements into a complex statement. And let me tell you that complex statements having more weightage are more significant as compared to the simple statements. So this is the third tip. Okay, the fourth one is that if you are into a test of a reading test, okay, that how we can save the time and how we can attempt all of these questions. Okay, the tip is that you should read your questions first. Okay, then go to the questions section first, read them out, and then go back to the passage which is given over there, and then try to find out the answers. Okay, now it will help you a lot, but with few exemptions. For example, if you are talking about the matching columns or giving the headings to the appropriate headings to the each paragraph, there is no need to go into these headings because you will not get it until unless you will read that passage. So these kind of questions will not serve purpose of this tip. This tip is just for the other, like multiple choice questions. You have uh, true, false, not given, for example, or multiple choice questions and meaning structures. For example, if you want to connect one word with the other, like this. So for this, it is very useful that go through to the questions first and then move on to uh, the passage. And try to complete this task within 15 minutes because you will have 60 minutes for three passages. So the time will go very fast, let me tell you. So if you practice more, you can attempt one passage in 15 minutes. Now you are successful. Why? Because you have to attempt one passage in 20 minutes. Okay, so three passages will become equal to the 60. All right, so 1 hour will finish. So, and you where's the time for rechecking, how you can shift your answers to your answer sheet. So you need time for those things as well. So try to complete your task of one passage in 15 minutes. Okay, so it will go with the practice. Read out the questions first and then move on to the reading passages. The information flow will remain same in the flow of the questions. Okay, so there is no worry about it. Okay, now we are done with all of these tips for each module. For speaking test, mock test, yes, you can take an appointment by sending an email. You will get the answer and you will get an appointment on which we can talk about certain topics. It would be a monologue, a dialogue, a discussion, and I will give you a cue card. And we will try to do all of those things which will happen in that test. Okay, so prepare yourself for it, and then practically I can tell you that what are the loopholes, where you are committing mistakes, where are the gaps, how you can fill those gaps, and this personal assistance will help you a lot in getting higher grades in the test. Okay, so I'm very happy to have this kind of help from my side. Okay, if you want to. And moreover, you can discuss about your future plans. For example, if you are doing IELTS for your immigration program or for your studies, for higher studies, you can take free guidance from me. Whatever I can help you, I will help you. Okay. So you guys are most welcome. So for now, it is from my side. If you have any question, you can write it. You can raise hand and I will unmute you and you can ask your questions. Okay, seems no questions from your side. Then you can, if you want to ask questions, you can ask on LMS, no problem with it, or send an email, and it would be a good thing that you can communicate with your instructor anytime if you want to. Okay, so this is the time. If you want to ask something, you can ask, or we will end up with this session, and you can ask any question related to the IELTS directly to me via email or on LMS. I wish you best of luck and happy Ramzan. Allah Hafiz.